The rain had just begun to fall when a young woman named Elena stepped into the marble lobby of Harrington Towers, one of the most prestigious corporate buildings in the city. She clutched a plain brown envelope tightly against her chest, as if her entire life depended on it. Her clothes were simple, her shoes slightly worn, and she carried the nervous energy of someone who was not used to walking through places guarded by chandeliers and gold-trimmed walls. The receptionist looked up, surprised. "Ma'am, this building is for authorized visitors only. Do you have an appointment?" Elena shook her head. "No, I'm just returning this envelope. It belongs to someone here." The receptionist sighed, assuming she was another confused messenger. "Which department?" I'm not sure. I found it outside a coffee shop. It has the company name on it." She held it up. The receptionist noticed how firmly Elena gripped it, as though she feared losing it again. Before he could answer, loud laughter echoed from the elevator hallway. A group of executives walked out, their suits spotless and expensive. Leading them was Martin Harrington, the Millionaire CEO known for his cold confidence and dismissive arrogance. Elena hesitated, but she stepped forward. "Excuse me, sir, I'm here to return this envelope. I believe it belongs to someone from your company." Martin raised an eyebrow, uninterested. "We receive thousands of envelopes a week. What's in it?" "I didn't open it," she said quickly. "It seemed important, so I brought it back." Martin smirked and exchanged a mocking glance with the executives. "You came all the way here in the rain to return a random envelope you didn't even look inside?" His laughter echoed through the lobby. The executives laughed with him. Elena felt her cheeks burn, but she didn't look away. "It seemed like the right thing to do, sir." Martin, still amused, waved a hand dismissively. "Just leave it at the desk. We'll throw it with the rest of the lost and found trash." Elena's fingers tightened around the envelope. Something inside her told her this wasn't just trash. Something told her bringing it here mattered. Just as she reluctantly extended her hand toward the desk, the lobby doors flew open with a burst of urgency. A tall man in a soaked designer coat strode in, eyes wide with panic. His voice cut through the room. "Has anyone seen a brown envelope? It contains my entire inheritance documentation." Martin's laughter stopped instantly. Silence washed over the grand lobby as the man's desperate voice echoed against the marble walls. His breathing was uneven, his hair drenched from the rain, and his trembling hands showed just how terrified he truly was. Martin Harrington took a step forward, stunned. "Mr. Reynolds, your inheritance papers?" The man nodded frantically. "Yes, it's the only existing copy. If it's not submitted today, everything my father left for me will be legally transferred to my uncle. I've been searching everywhere." The executives surrounding Martin exchanged uneasy glances. The situation had shifted instantly. Elena froze, the envelope still clutched in her hand. She looked at the man. His panic was genuine, his fear real. It wasn't the fear of losing money, it was the fear of losing what rightfully belonged to him. "Elena," the receptionist whispered softly. "Show him the envelope." Her heart pounded. She slowly lifted her hand. I found this outside the cafe across the street," she said gently. "It was lying on a wet bench. I thought someone might come looking for it." Mr. Reynolds' eyes widened. He stepped closer, breath catching. "Please, may I see it?" Elena handed it to him with both hands, as if passing something sacred. His fingers shook as he opened the flap, pulling out the documents. A visible wave of relief washed over him. His shoulders lowered, his expression softened, and his eyes grew watery. This is it." His voice cracked with emotion. "You saved my life." The executives watched in stunned silence. Martin's jaw tightened as the embarrassment settled on him. Moments earlier he had mocked her, laughed at her kindness. Now her kindness had restored a man's future. Reynolds looked at Elena with deep gratitude. "I don't know how to thank you. You didn't even open it?" She shook her head. "It didn't feel right." He exhaled, almost overwhelmed. "Most people would have sold it, tossed it, or ignored it, but you brought it all the way here." Martin stepped forward, trying to regain authority. "Well, our security team would have handled it eventually." Reynolds cut him off sharply. "No, they wouldn't have." He turned to Elena again. "You did what no one else would." Elena felt warmth rise in her chest. For once, someone didn't treat her like she was insignificant. "Come with me," Reynolds said. "I want to speak more with you, privately." Elena followed Mr. Reynolds into a quiet conference room, her steps hesitant. She had never been inside a place like this. Polished floors, glass walls, leather chairs that looked more expensive than her entire monthly salary. She clasped her hands nervously, unsure why he wanted to speak with her privately. Reynolds closed the door gently and turned to face her. "I want to tell you something," he began softly. "For the last 3 months, my uncle has been trying to get the inheritance signed over to him. He even bribed people to get access to confidential documents. I had no one to trust." Elena's eyes widened. "That sounds terrible." It was. Reynolds sighed. "I thought today was the end. When I realized I'd lost the envelope, I ran through the whole city looking for it. Then, when I saw you holding it, honestly, I thought you might be part of it." Elena shook her head quickly. "No, sir, I just—" He raised a hand gently. "I know. I judged you before even speaking to you, but you proved me wrong. Completely." He walked toward the large window, hands clasped behind his back. "You see, Miss Elena, people in this building, like that millionaire out there, think power makes them superior. But today, a simple act of honesty from you did more than any of them have done for me in years." Elena lowered her gaze, unsure how to respond. Reynolds turned around, offering a sincere smile. "Let me ask you something. What do you do for a living?" "I work at the cafe across the street, part-time cleaning tables and delivering orders." "And your dreams?" he asked gently. She hesitated. "I wanted to study accounting, but things happened at home and now I just work." Reynolds nodded slowly as if arriving at a decision. "You found something precious to me. I want to return something precious to you." Elena blinked. "Sir?" He pulled out a card and placed it in front of her. "This is my direct number. I'd like to offer you a job, not at the cafe. Here, in my finance department. You'll start as an assistant while we arrange a scholarship for your studies." Elena covered her mouth, tears swelling. I don't know what to say." "Say yes," he smiled. "You earned it." At that moment, the door opened slightly. Martin, the millionaire who had mocked her earlier, peeked in, his expression stiff. Reynolds spoke without looking at him. "Martin, meet your new co-worker. You could learn something from her."